As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're underway in St. Louis. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Caught, nice gain left side. And he's in, touchdown! The Aviators take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on an opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. They bring the pressure, down he goes! And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Looking for a target. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with third and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. He's on the move. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know this is normally a passing situation on your 3rd down chart, but not unheard of to see an offense keep it on the ground and try to get the first run in. In this case, well, it's clear that going to the air would have been a better decision. That defense was dialed in to make that stop.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hartman to throw. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing here, Hartman. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Golden Eagles reach pay dirt for the first time this game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. He'll throw it. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play, and they're going to have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 21-yard gain, and it'll give them a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They just get the play on. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass falls in. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the well again. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Aviators take a 2nd quarter lead. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Aviators break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Hartman looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's third down now.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw on third down. He put everything he had into this one. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So they're left facing a fourth down. The Golden Eagles get their punter out there. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. That's grabbed at the 10. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He's going to throw this one. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going play action. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives them the first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing from the gun here. Gets this to Johnson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And they'll have first down.
St. Louis, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll throw it again. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They put a receiver in motion here left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Aviators grow their lead just before halftime. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hartman. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So second down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. Throwing off the play fake here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Third and long for him here. He puts everything behind this one. Ooh, trying to connect with Johnson, but it's intercepted. And the Aviators are going to have it after his second interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Has it downfield, working the left. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing now on 1st down. Big gain downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Up and good from Blankenship. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Second and 10 now. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Man in motion here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Launches one deep downfield. Ooh, trying to connect with Johnson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And the Aviators have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
Well, that's now a second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Play action on first down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the gun on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Connects with Johnson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it, right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has it down close. Touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Aviators make it a 24-point ball game. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Hartman to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Got a man, Palmer has it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Working quickly here. From the 18 on 2nd down. Forced out to his right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hand off to the back. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They're running again, and he's in for the touchdown. The Golden Eagles shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Golden Eagles pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now.
Eagles 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll throw on 1st. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it'll be 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw now. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play now. Hits him on the in route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll throw it again. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Another try following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They bring their tight end left. 3rd down from the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick-6. Finds his back complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Motioning the tight end now. From the 35 on 2nd down. Johnston brings it in. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Hartman dumps it off to his running back.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
offense to the line for second down. Handoff now from the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's 3rd and 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Offense staying out here. It's 4th and 11. Now Hartman, throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. The Golden Eagles putting up points in a game decided. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Golden Eagles pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's out a little short of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Aviators put up even more points in a win. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Aviators make it a 24-point ball game. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now they send their back in motion right. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Aviators are going to take over after the return is stopped at the 45. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has it downfield working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And it sets up first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Aviators continue piling it on here in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Aviators continue piling on to this lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They've got a man in motion. Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Third and long for him here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Throwing here, Hartman. That's cut beyond the marker. He does it. Touchdown. The Golden Eagles making the scoreboard look